And let us not forget 2019. I'm gonna make sure they all remember. They all remember 2019. This man has went through 2019. What? Yeah, the Ryu from Breath of Fire demands justice for 2019. This man has been suffering through the hell that was 2019. This man deserves justice. I will call up Miles Edgeworth for the defense. Your Honor, this man... Your Honor, this man here has went through a lot in 2019. We don't know why he went through that kind of shit in 2019, but he went... He went through that shit in 2019. Why? We don't know.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you. Besides, it was your buddy. I did everything right there anyway, so...
But don't you feel better? You feel better, though.
Actually, yeah, I do. I do feel better. I did, you know, getting that off my damn chest.
Oh, I bet you. Because, I mean, shit, after all that, if it were me... Brother, I have stories. I have stories about one place I went to in West LA. No longer exists. Called Bonsai Anime. And this one dude, I remember, I was like about 13, 14 years old. It was a cold day. And what happened was I came in the store with my mom, and I was looking around for, like, you know, some random anime OST or something, just something to get. And what happened was this madness happened. This big man stood right behind me, and he was security. And he looked at my jacket because it looked so puffy. I'm like, sir, I must ask that you take off that jacket. Like, what? I'm not stealing anything. So, would you kindly please, respect my space? Thank you. Please. Just heaving right over me like, dude, what the fuck? What'd I do to you? What the fuck? What'd I do to you? What'd I do to you, homie? Goddamn.
Did you spit in his milkshake or something?
That's what I'm wondering, like, what the fuck did I do? Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, what'd I do to you, man? Sir, are you stealing anything? Does it look like I'm stealing anything? Do you see my hands take anything off these shelves? No? Okay then, would you please back off? Would you kindly back off? You're supposed to be security. You're supposed to be securing the store from the outside, not the inside. Oh, or is it because I'm black?
I ain't doing that whole race thing.
Oh, I know. That's the thing. It's like, and the cool thing about it was, he was black too. Yeah, I'm like, oh, just because I'm a young dude. I'm in my teens. I like my anime. I'm not gonna steal any anime. My mom's right over there, sir. I'm not trying to steal anything. I'm trying to look over my options. Can I do that, please? Okay, would you please activate Little Mr. Thief?
Right! With these case files recreated, every day should be a snap.
Great.
Where should I start?
Well, indeed, according to these documents, it seems there was a witness to the kidnapping of the president. A freelance journalist by the name of Jack Cameron.
However, he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and was murdered by the culprit. So that would be the place he saw the president at was here. Here? At the Grand Tower?
No, the Grand Tower was only built around a year ago. Before that, this place contained mostly old abandoned buildings. Oh, just like California. However, 12 years ago, this place was...
Ha! Now you're finally talking about some stuff that I know. Yeah, 12
What
years
happened?
ago.
What happened to Sheena?
Oh, God.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that joke.
12 years ago at this very spot was
Don't tell me.
the Happy Family Home.
Oh, good Lord. What?
What's that, pal? It was a place where children who lost their parents could live.
Oh, you mean the Sunflower Orphanage? Yeah, I know about that place.
Or, to put simply, it was an orphanage.
Well, I think I know that. So, the president was kidnapped at the orphanage. By the way, for those who are wondering about Gyakuten Chronicles, please don't bitch and whine about it. It's not what you think. I said, if you're aiming for them standards, go play Xenoblade Chronicles. You
I know I'm
want
just gonna
side
hear
quests?
about
There you
that.
go.
I know that's gonna be the running gag now. Hey, guess what happened every year in 2019? Here we go.
You want it like that? We could give it to you like that wholesale. No problem.
No. I think me saying about that was enough. Thank you very much.
No, I'm not going to mention this. This shit's going up on YouTube the very next day.
It's going up. It's going to be my video that guy's going up. So
Yeah, your video's going
let's
up.
see what happens with that one.
Yeah, and then my stream's going up in a few hours. So it's like, oh hey. I say, yeah, for those who are wondering, like, but I don't like AU Chronicles. Like, oh, so that means you don't like Xenoblade Chronicles then. Okay, go play your Xenoblade Chronicles. Go play your side quest, the video game.
I mean, it's like I said, it's not really that bad of a game. It's actually quite a good game. It's not that bad of a game at all.
But when
It's just like I said, there's just a lot of.
But don't call
There's
it.
a lot of side quests.
Yeah, but don't call it, a successor to Suikoden. Don't call it that. Cause that's the wrong
It's
thing
not.
to do.
It's not till the next game.
It's not till the
It's not. It's not coming out till 2023.
2023.
Doesn't come out till next year, dude.
So the successor to Suikoden isn't coming out until
You know,
next year.
The successor this week, and according to Steam, according to what Steam says, it's coming out next year.
Oh my lord!
It says coming 2023, so because they released this game in 2022, this game, so the other game may come out until next year.
Okay.
Which I am looking forward to play. Yes.
And looking forward to those 108 stars of Destiny once again.
Pretty much. Because holy crap, trying to recruit everybody.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, hey, Izzy, do you want... No, I'm not a Suikoden player. I ain't doing that. But I'm not doing that. So the only way I do is I will cheat. So you think I got the time or... You think I got the time to play Suikoden? Genso Suikoden? No. Well, what about Wild Arms 2? I got time for that.
Besides, all I'm playing was the fourth game of the series. I mean, all I'm playing is the fourth game of the series, which, yes, it starts off slow, but it's getting the build of, especially since you have all those butt-down must choices. Like the game goes, you can't use the root of punishment because you'll kill yourself. But yet you have to use the root of punishment because there's like
This was brought to you by Eating Chronicles. Just remember that. Don't ask for sweet on it. Y'all ask for
I don't know what they're gonna do with the Alien Chronicles right now. They may do something to surprise me. Who knows?
There are a few games I have on Steam that I just want to get for myself. And yet, I get
East 9. Probably be one of them, even though it's still 40, even though it's still $50.
I'm not holding my breath. Not for Steam. PS4 maybe, but not for Steam. Steam has a nasty track record of holding games.
Well, I just filled up my gold stamp bar. What's next, platinum?
If that were to happen,
it's got a new talent. Yep, platinum. Yep, that's what it is. Yep. After platinum, I think that's the last of the talent theme changed.
So is anything like Activision?
Except there's no talent defense missions.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about Renaissance. Y'all ain't Renaissance, nah. Y'all change that shit up. Don't fool me. You can't fool me with that kind of shit. So the president was kidnapped at that orphanage.
The head of that facility at the time was Patricia Rowland. Apparently Rowland always referred to it as her home.
Sweet home?
Sweet home.
Really?
Oh dear, not sweet home again. I can still see that now. One of us playing it and going, "Well, I died."
The thought just like, don't. It's like, don't you dare. Like, yeah, I better not. That's like saying if I get a random, I get one of those randoms requests. Oh, hey Izzy, will you ever do Sweet Home?
I don't think so, little girl, boy, person.
Did you say Corpse Party? I gotta get guys.
Isn't it kind of big territory now? Is Corpse Party?
Irish Red Group Park Party. I just said, you know what? I got Corpse Party out of the way. That's the only reason.
Corpse Party, huh? Why are we
I'll say,
talking about
isn't it kind of Corpse Party? Because I brought up animes in 2019 again. It easy teach me not to talk about it. I keep bringing it up every 5 seconds.
Oh no, you had that just leaning on you for 3 whole goddamn years. You had 2019 leaning on your ass for 3 whole goddamn years. You finally got it out of your system.
Yeah, but there's still one thing that he hasn't got out of his system after 3 long years, I don't think.
Chuck Norris?
His uneasiness towards the evil and overly overbearing security chief who told you cannot bring this camera in here.
Oh, he spoke. How many times did you speak on that?
I brought it up like 3 times. I already made a video about it because Izzy was like, you gotta make a video about this. I said, about what? Because I think somebody made a typo because they actually...
you told 40 about it. You shared
put it from next Thursday to 2 weeks until 2 weeks from then on a Saturday. And
I spotted it.
Izzy told me, and I went,
yeah, I spotted it like, Ryu, look at that. Look at that.
And I was like, who the hell's gonna have the convention in June 11th?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and we compared notes. It's like, okay, mine only lasts for a week. So that's always going to last for a week. I usually go up there for 3 days.
Yeah, because of the pandemic, you basically said, nah, you ain't gonna hold it.
Yeah, but every other year, I always go up there for at least 3 days. To get Big something, to get my girlfriend something, and to get myself something. Otherwise, I ain't doing shit. So otherwise, I've done my part. I got my little mini vacation. I'm good. Back to the salt mines for me. Oh, I got my air. But what about? Oh, I'm good. Don't worry, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know if, okay, I'll show you the link real quick for it so you can see
Yes.
it for yourself if you want to. It just made me laugh when I saw it, because I wasn't paying attention to it at first, and I saw it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm like, wait. I looked at it like, that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks! 2 weeks. It seems that suspicion would naturally fall upon her, and the schedule of 2 weeks for Animazement 2022.
But I'm not going to, because it's too bloody weeks. Good grief. Anyway, there you go. There's their guidebook that they have there. And you see there, it says it starts next Thursday, and then it ends on June 11th. And I went, the fall?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is a long time.
That's what I'm saying. I just looked at it like,
May 26th to June 11th.
Yes.
Is,
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
yes.
yeah, that's a lot.
So, yeah, I think somebody made a typo. Big old typo on that.
And you look at the schedule and
Oh,
There's
that's what I'm
only-
doing right now is looking at the schedule, and it only runs through Sunday. 26 through 29.
yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's 26 Mondays. Unless they basically said the calendar's staying there until
We
the
didn't
10th,
we
which I
didn't
understand
update
that
the
part, but I was
calendar.
like, what the fudge?
No,
Someone-
it's not, because the very last event, it says his closing ceremony.
It's on Sunday,
Right.
yes.
You know, I mean,
So
have
somebody
you ever
really
heard? Have you ever heard of a closing ceremony taking place midway through an event? I mean, whenever the Olympics end, I don't think the closing ceremony takes place on the second day.
True.
Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have the closing ceremony, and then we're gonna have the 100-meter dash gold medal race. And then when that's done, we're gonna go to the hurdles, and then you're gonna have swimming that night, and then we're gonna do the closing ceremonies soon after that, just so we could go and show you the pole vaulting.
It didn't have another closing ceremony just to show you the hot dog eating competition. And then we're gonna have another closing ceremony.
No. They're gonna do the closing ceremonies in conjunction with the marathon.
And then all of a sudden, all you're gonna hear at the very end of it all is the piece from Track and Field 2. That's all you're gonna hear. Just Track and Field 2.
Wow.
Foul every goddamn time. Really? Foul.
Okay, so closing ceremonies will then have foul.
Foul.
Yeah, I made a video about it. I was going to talk about, my experience.
I can
told you
just
about
hear
my
that
bad
shit though. I can just hear that shit though.
on
Like,
that year, and I was just like, what the is going on here?
that's what I said. Okay. Foul.
Because I'm sitting here like, I'm not trying to cause mischief or anything. They're even just trying to call us.
You're a rabble rouser, we know that. You know what it was? It was that stupid shirt your brother got you. It made you look more sus than you are.
I wasn't wearing the shirt my brother got me. That's the thing.
I know, but you're guilty by association.
Mm-hmm.
Also, unrelated to this, I got a shipment of discs today, and I had a mystery disc for $12 along with it. I looked
Okay, well, the
online.
main question is, though, did you finally get some bloody sleep?
It did. That's
Oh,
not very well.
thank God. Thank God. I'm sorry. After 3 rounds, I'm like,
After that bullshit.
mm-mm.
So, I get this mystery disc for $12, and I looked online, good ratings. If I bought it individually, it would cost me like $20.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the thing in my hand right now. This is the most unusual feeling disc I've ever had. Most times when you look at a frisbee or whatever, it's a hard plastic. It's pretty inflexible. This thing is as spongy as can be. I could probably use it as a paper fan if I wanted. It's that flexible and that easy to move around.
Wow.
And it feels so fucking spongy, and everybody loves it. Like this thing, I feel like if I throw this thing, it's gonna bend as I'm throwing it. That's how flexible it is.
Oh, damn.
It's the softest plastic I've ever felt.
Wow.
And it's the spongiest one too.
Okay, so I gotta do that. Okay, fine.
Patricia Rowland, Blaze the Best, and President Wong. The darkness that remains from the S5 incident, again with these numbers and letters. Go ahead.
Also, I gotta say this because I'm nearly at the end of it, but I'm watching my next Life as Villainous, All Roads Lead to Doom, and oh my god, I think the main protagonist is the dumbest character I've ever seen.
Dumber than the main character from Sister Princess?
I was about to say.
Damn.
I haven't watched that far into it.
But if he's on that level,
Put it this way. This level of density I have not seen in a character in an extremely long time, if ever. Honestly, the dumbest character I would have said, main character I would have said for the play was when I saw Baka and Test. Because that guy's a total idiot. But this girl right here, I
Dude, yeah, I
Mm.
get it.
This girl takes obliviousness to a whole new level. It's truly incredible how stupid.
I said, yeah, you were right about that. Yeah, you were right about that about Baka Tess. She is, yeah, you are right about that. Cause he has the pink hair chick that looks good, but she can't cook.
And she's yep. And she's a bit of a yandere, I think.
And she's a bit of a yandere because then you have the sister of the dude that wants to bang him.
so almost felt like
Yeah, but then you have the other one who actually knows how to cook.
The flat, yeah, the flat,
yandere,
but she's the flat, yeah, because she's flat, yes.
which he never stops talking about, and then he gets his ass kicked for it.
Yes, because he talks about how flat she is all the time. I remember, yeah.
Yep.
this sounds like a reverse Nadesco.
Yeah, I couldn't watch the whole season. It was just too stupid.
Like
Well,
I said,
I
it
mean,
sounds like a
there's only two
reverse
seasons, thank
Nadesco.
God, and it doesn't get any better than that. It's still the same bloody thing.
So basically, I didn't get the recall. I just made it.
Yeah.
Mhm. And reminder, this stream was brought to you by Animation 2022.
But Izzy, are you sure we should be a part of this after all? I mean, when we went to Ryu's stream, we completely torpedoed that fucker.
You got a point on it. You did
Yes!
torpedo it.
Why
yes.
not?
But it's all good. I'm sure nobody will mind anyways.
Speaking of torpedoes, why the fuck are you here? You're torpedoing Izzy's thing on spite.
Exactly.
Joke's on you, you can't do it to mine.
Oh, it's
I could do videos if I wanted to, but I don't feel like that's the thing.
Well, you'd only be able to torpedo it through text.
Oh, don't worry.
Well, you do have a point about that. I can only think it be through text, but I mean, but you're actually playing a game that Big say he slept through the whole entire time, which I'm just like, wow.
He slept through the entire time.
Did he say that really?
I don't know. I mean, I know he said. I mean, I know he said he was.
He would never.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do it.
That's what I was saying. He said he slept through. Like, oh damn.
I was like, okay, so that's just basically saying, okay. 40 doesn't. 40 doesn't hybrid.
I knew he did.
40 doesn't hybrid.
He wasn't a huge fan of it, but I was like, damn.
40 does a hybrid. People come. I do a hybrid. Nobody comes.
Yeah, I do one. I get like 3 people probably. You, 40. Yeah, y'all two, and Big.
Izzy says he never gets anybody, then he tells me, and he defines it like I get people. I got what, 6 people? That's actually a very good
Yeah,
day.
and one day he got 100 and some people.
And who's the one who gets all the first time viewers?
I don't-
Wait, it's not me.
I
not
always
me.
say like, oh,
It's not big.
Big has his own little squad. Okay,
Izzy,
it's just us.
can you stop with your religious
Hi.
history bullshit? And accept the fact these things happen to you, and accept the facts like a man.
I do accept the facts like a man. The darkness. The darkness. The darkness. Yes, this is all about the darkness of animation
Yes,
2020.
I remember Jackie Estacado.
Kingdom Hearts, and you're gonna bring up the
Darkness.
Darkness is a limb compared to the darkness, which is the 2 dark tentacles that Jackie Estacado with rock around.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The ones that eat hearts and cause black holes.
Oh, God. The darkness that remains from the S25 incident still casts a shadow on the present case. Okay, I'd like you to input the investigation. I'd like you to input the investigation data from Jack Cameron's murder case. We could probably assume that he was killed by one of the kidnappers. So we solve the murder case, we'll know who the kidnappers were, right? Precisely. I'm counting on you. Windows 7, now loading.
Okay, no, I was thinking. Windows 7's pretty good. Now, if you said Windows Vista, I don't want to be like, oh, damn.
No, sir, I would have said Windows XP.
Windows ME.
Oh. You take that back right now. It's all about the NT over the ME.
It was all about DOS. Everybody remembers DOS.
Ah, yes, that shareware. What the hell's this? Everything's green! I've come to expect such reactions. This is a recreation of the grounds of the facility that stood here 12 years ago, based on the documents from the police investigation. I recreated to see the show what it looked like when police arrived at 7 a.m. the next day. It sounded like that. It appears a fair amount of snow had piled up here.
Yeah, I heard that the footprints of snow were prime pieces of evidence. The snow fell during the day on the date of the incident.
So snow only fell before the crime took place, which means the footprints wouldn't have been erased by any further snow. I must make sure to pay close attention to these footprints. Mr. Edgewood, what's this yellow thing? What yellow thing? Oh dear.
It is a banana.
Ooh, banana. What's this edge worthless here? Damn! What the? These footprints stop near the body. It must be Mr. Cameron's footprints. Sure has some big feet. They look like a size 11. How do you know? How do you know if they're size 11s, girl? According to the data, his shoes match these footprints. Size 11s.
Yeah, I'm wearing size 13, so.
Damn, man!
Bigfoot.
So I'm supposed to be called, yes.
I wear size 10, 11.
And how tall are you?
I thought I was 6 something, but they said I'm 5 something. So, I don't know.
So you're actually squatty? Oh shit.
I'm tall.
You're tall but squatty.
I haven't shrunk yet, and although I've shrunk for a very long period of time.
You haven't shrunk?
I'm 6 feet even, so.
I'm kind of 6'3".
I thought I was 6. I thought they said I was 6 feet, but they're like, no, you're not. You're no longer. You're nowhere near 6 feet. I'm like, damn. That's kind of you kind of hurt your brother's pride right there.
Ooh.
They're mad at him and stuff.
Ooh.
You kind of look at him and go, you midget! Like, damn it.
I think you really want to insult you regarding that, which is simply mention Batman cosplays and that you would be the Penguin.
Oh god.
That would be, if I really wanted to insult you, that would be the one I would go with.
I can't see Ryu do that. I'm sorry. I couldn't see Ryu being
I
the
know
first
you can do the first Meredith.
I knew you could do the It's a complaint. Any voice acting you give him.
It's very easy to do Burst Nerd, and all you gotta do is that's all you can do.
You can win this rock! Go get it!
Crack thunder, and all that stuff.
Remember, you have to eat fire and crack that. I can't do it because my voice is too.
Remember, you have to eat thunder.
And don't forget him. Nicky loves you.
Now
Now go get him, son of a bitch!
The only boss I'm trying to do successfully is Walmart.
Oh, that's a racket to be wrong too. But come on, you Stop, son of a bitch! I'm like, what the fuck? Like, goddamn, they want this shit.
What you say to me, creator?
I can't. There's no way. That was horrendous. Yeah, my voice chops aren't nearly as fine.
And remember,
I could do certain ones, but that's not one.
and remember, this stream is brought to you by Animation 2022.
It's invited on something, I'll tell you.
Hashtag blame the scheduler.
That scheduler who managed to say, "Oh, we're gonna have this con for 2 weeks." It's gonna be.
I don't know how or where you're gonna pull that off.
I know, right? If I see that for AX, I'm just gonna be like,
Yes. Come to the special 4-day event. I'll fun out the last few weeks.
I can't see that. I'm sorry.
On the 4th day, the 8th day, and the 12th day, and then the final day.
Come to the...
Come on, something got final day -1.
The final day -1. It's like, well, where were you? I said, shit, I was at home.
Oh, my God.
It's like, oh, you didn't get the memo? This shit lasts only for 3 days. Well, it's like, you must have been over there at Anaheim. I understand, y'all were at Anaheim. I was over here at LA. I ain't going over there to Anaheim. Fuck y'all. I can see that shit happening in Anaheim. Over here in LA, we ain't got time for that kind of shit. Fuck this cat seems to see too, and from the body. These footprints were believed to be the culprits. Shoe size is about a size 7. It's fairly average.
All you need to know is someone to come behind you and go, Hercules!
Oh, God. Hercules! 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 I'll show you my cold cleanse. Like, what the fuck? Seems you won't be able to tell who the culprit is from these footprints. So this is the eyewitness of the president's kidnapping, Jack Cameron. What percentage of these leaders? I recreated the state of his body based on the photos taken by the police. It appears he was struck in the head from behind. Oh, look at all that ragu. Mmm!
Oh, that delicious ragu.
Homemade taste, it's in there. Murder weapon was a brick, right?
It's the old world style.
Ooh! Ah, yes, the grainy
With extra olive oil.
Mmm, yes. Murder weapon was a brick, right? Looks like the ones from this garden. The ones I threw from outside. Blood that flowed from his head.
Yes, they came from the Olive Garden.
When you're here, your family.
The people still eat Olive Garden anyway?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it still exists. I know Tony Roma used to exist.
No, I don't know Olive Garden still exists because there's an Olive Garden in my area.
I know there's an Olive Garden in my area in Inglewood. I just don't touch it.
There's also a Sbarro in my area.
Oh God,
This
Sbarro.
was Sbarro? Dang, Sbarro is so old.
Yeah, I always thought they were like on life support.
But oh my God, there's so...
Yeah, supposedly Sbarro was only opened up in the malls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After that, it was only certain places that had a Sbarro.
But oh
Yeah,
my
well,
God,
I'm
are
right
they
near- I'm
ever?
right near a mall, so.
But are they
That's-
ever expensive as all hell though?
That too, yeah, they are pretty.
That's
they
the
are
reason
pretty
why I
up
never
there.
go to Sbarro. It's just like it's too goddamn expensive for a goddamn pizza. I'm sorry. I'll take my chance with Bricks, or Little Caesars, or
Oh, Papa John's.
or Papa John's, or Pizza Butt,
Or Domino's.
Oh heck!
or
no,
Domino's.
I would never lower myself to Pizza Butt. Oh man.
Pizza Butts a bridge too far for me.
Yeah, see, I would never lower myself to Pizza Butt, man. That's too far. That's
Yeah.
way too far.
Pizza Butt is below filet of fish, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. I don't touch Pizza Butt. I said, but I said, you know, I would take Little Caesars, Papa John's, Bricks.
I wouldn't even do Little Caesars. Little Caesars kind of beneath me too right now because it's nothing but grease.
I concur.
I mean, back in the day when it was actually good.
Okay. I'll give you that one. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Now
Yeah.
I don't go. I don't really touch.
Back when they
I don't-
made pizza, now they make pizza.
Yeah, I don't really touch Little
Don't
Caesars.
you mean Little Caesars give you diarrhea?
Diarrhea.
That's what it should. That should be diarrhea.
I'll stay with pizza.
Yeah, I'll pass on
Or
the
tastes
grease.
like pizza.
I'll stay away from the greaser. Thank you.
It's like, do you want diarrhea?
No,
Pizza pizza.
I'll stay away from that Yankee pizza. Blood that flowed from his head has splattered all over the surroundings. Here, take this as Mr. Cameron's autopsy report. Bludgeoned to death, February 10th, around 1 a.m. Because I won't rest until...
Careful. Edgeworth just received an autopsy report. You know what this means? It means now he's gonna have a modified autopsy report effective 5 minutes ago.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny of this Thomas English muffin.
I will not rest until I inspect everything here.
It smells funny, but I'll take it anyway.
It smells like butt.
It smells like victory.
Wait, victory smells like butt? Damn.
Ooh. Jack Cameron was a freelance
No,
journalist.
but it can smell like pussy.
Ooh. Okay.
I got nothing for that. Whole lot of nothing for that one.
Jack Cameron.
You win the interwebs there, sorry.
Jack Cameron was a freelance journalist. It says here, Gamergate. Oh. He was killed because he witnessed the president's kidnapping.
He was killed because he exposed the stupidity of Kotaku.
Ooh, that too.
Ooh.
I thought it was G4 myself.
It could be G-Force, it could be Polygon.
Oh, them too. I don't put it past the Popcorn Organization too.
I thought it was always 4 kids, but damn it.
No, I think what happened was IGN put it down him because he had the audacity to rate something above a 7 out of 10.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Are you sure it wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't? He got paid to say Other M was the greatest game since sliced bread.
You don't why it rolls. If it's a bad game, it's a 10 out of 10, or any other AAA title. But if it's not a AAA title, it's a 7 out of 10 or lower. And he had the audacity to go and put an 8.5 out of 10 on a game.
Oh dear.
Or it might have been
the
a hit.
traitor. The traitor.
The blood red stands out in the recreation, gives me the heebie-jeebies. Even in the original photo, it looks brutal enough. A lot of blood was spilled. It says here, oh shit. The back of his head is covered in blood. That must be where all the blood spilled from. According to the autopsy, he was struck in the back of the head with a brick. Indeed, likely the killer approached Mr. Cameron from behind.
I had a feeling that much blood. I don't know if that seems like too much blood for that.
Yeah, that's like, okay.
That seems to be a lot of ketchup.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's like, okay, if somebody were to hit you, like, just straight up crack you from behind, like, oh.
Yeah, the thing that really kind of throws you off is how far the thing spread towards the left arm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he got stabbed.
I can see a stab wound happening like that.
A stab wound, maybe even a bite wound or something.
Right. But a headshot like that? I'm sorry, you get bludgeoned to death, unless you be doing boom, 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 unless you're doing multiple hits. I can see that happening.
I doubt it.
But I mean, if you were a murderer and you just had bloodlust and you just really hate the guy and you not only bludgeoned the guy but you kept hammering over and over, I could see that happen.
Yeah, almost as if maybe there was a stab wound or something in the front. But of course you won't be able to get that in the simulator.
Victim holding something in his right hand. It's also written in the case files. It seems he was holding onto a button. Tear it off. Hey, Big.
Howdy, Big.
Hey, Big, what's up?
You tear off the culprit's clothes? A button. Up, button.
A bleeding button. Maybe.
Oh, but.
Okay, it's got his blood on it.
I assume this was the victim's cell phone. That's
Reminds
right.
me of a really stupid crime that happened like several years ago where two people got in a disagreement or whatever in a restaurant. They started fighting, and they were arrested for fighting each other, obviously, but they also accused each other of trying to steal their underwear.
What the fuck?
And it was like, I don't know. I don't remember much of the context of it, but I remember reading it once and going, this is hilariously stupid.
Somebody stole somebody
Two
else's
people.
underwear.
Two people were fighting in a restaurant, and I don't know what the hell it was.
God. What?
And then they tried to steal each other's underwear. I'm like, huh?
I got nothing. All I gotta do is look at that and go, check, please.
Yeah. That would be my reaction.
Check, please.
Well, I'm sure he's not the brain dead idiot that screams World Star.
I'm sorry, me. Can I get this in a doggy bag? Can I have this go, please? Check.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
doggy
can I
bag.
get-
Check, please.
Yeah, can I get this? Yeah, can you put this in the bag and wrap this up for me? I gotta go.
Exactly.
I can't stay here.
Yeah, I can't stay here.
Yeah, the Mass Effect, I should go.
Stupidity has seethed.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mr. Cameron gave his
But
eyewitness
but
testimony
you know
over
what
the
also
phone.
exemplifies stupidity, Reeve?
What's that?
The 4-day event that is scheduled for 21 days.
Oh yeah. Just a reminder.
Like I said, thanks to you, I made that video.
Just a reminder. This stream is brought to you by Animazement 2022.
Okay, so if you didn't see it being referred to that, if you didn't see the video I put up, I don't know if it's the Animazement staff problem. I hope somebody sees it and they fix it, but somebody actually put it so the convention, usually, cause I'm not going to it in January, but the convention starts next Thursday and it's going to go through until June 11th. And I'm like, holy crap, that's a long convention. It's like, oh my god, the dream finally happened. They're finally going to have an extension.
Yeah, but how many times did you mention that
It's
one
not gonna
year?
it's not gonna be 3 days, it's gonna be 3 weeks of non-stop partying.
I'd be like, you wouldn't see me. It's like, you know what? I'd be like, hold on, what's this? I'm drinking my Dr. Pepper while all this shit's going on. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I was like, that shit happened in LA? Ain't no way you gonna see me over there like, what's going on? Oh, there's 3 days of Anime Expo. No? Did they say that on the site? Really? Shit. Well, y'all have fun. But I'm going back home.
Anyway, I gotta work tomorrow and stuff, so you have fun. Thanks again, thank you for that.
No problem.
I'm heading out.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow again.
2019, we will not forget. Apparently, Mr. Cameron gave his eyewitness testimony over his cell phone? What do you mean by over the phone? After Cameron found the president, it seems that he called his girlfriend. But she didn't answer the phone, so Cameron left a message on her answering machine. Here's in the case files too. You want to hear it? Please. Hello? Joe? Are you asleep already? I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right.
President Huang's here of all places, and what's more... shit. Light just went off. Barely see a thing. Can't believe it, but it almost looks like he's being kidnapped. I thought I'd let you know. What was that sound at the end?
It seems he was attacked while he was still on the phone.
Agent Lang, may I ask, what was the name of Mr. Cameron's beloved?
I'm pretty sure I heard her name was Jill Crane.
Her. The victim of the conductor.
Mm-hmm. So, 'twas true. Did you say Jill?
This is why she was seeking revenge for 12 long years.
The feelings and items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaze. Miss Crane tried to get revenge on Blaze, right?
She never wanted to get revenge on him for covering up the kidnapping case. Perhaps she thought Blaze himself was the kidnapper. Victim was carrying a camera.
Oh, according to the case file, it seems he only managed to take a single photo. There it is.
This
Isn't that the president?
is being held at gunpoint. Must be the scene the victim witnessed.
So the person in the coat must be the kidnapper.
Indeed. Seems like some sort of disguise. Logic of Agent Lang's father.
I see a really suspicious handprint over the snowman.
I know, right? The real question is that is that one of the Snow Brothers? is that Nick or Tom? And this person should be Patricia Roulette.
Why is there only one photo?
Perhaps he was killed before he could take him home. And of course, there's brick right here. This is the brick that was used as a murder weapon.
Logic.
You can find bricks like this all over the garden. He must have used one of them as a weapon. The yellow flower has fallen here. In the language of flowers, it means stolen treasure.
Okay, please stop making things up. Still, this flower seems to be a different variety from the ones growing nearby.
Well then why is it in a place like this?
This bothers me. You should examine the flower bed stuff outdoors.
I knew it. Someone must have stolen this from somewhere and brought it here.
Okay.
And in the language of flowers, this means an angry prosecutor.
What?
What?
Shoes. The key to this case lies in the footprints. Do the case file say anything about his shoes?
Shoe size 11. Have nice foot or corns on his feet to speak of. Socks were beige, just like his trousers. It's kind of like an old man's. Perhaps you should try wearing a bolder, brighter color to better accent his feet?
What?
Those fashion tips were surprisingly helpful.
It's supposed to be an investigation report, though.
Yeah, and how's he gonna use his fashion tips when he's dead?
That's the what the fuck? Okay, let me see. Okay, check the body, the camera.
flower bed. According to the data, this facility has 3 gardens. And each of these gardens contain 3 flower beds.
Logic.
The way these flower beds run, seeing this arrangement somewhere before. Since it was during the winter, there were no flowers bloom. What a shame. What's this yellow flower? Why is there a single flower here? That is a line lily. They are a very rare type of lily.
Did you say lion?
That's the flower Miss Corning gave to the president. What's it doing here? Just coincidence. What's it doing here? Could be just coincidence. If I recall, the line lily originates from Asia. In the language of flowers, it means bond between parent and child. I never knew you were so familiar with flowers. That much is common sense. You're simply lacking in your studies, Reiji Mitsurugi.
Yes, it has nothing to do with your daddy issues.
I'd be like, what? Okay, so 3 footprints and the flower beds. Perhaps this is the true nature of the monster's footprints. True nature? Compare the positions of the 3 footprints and the 3 flower beds on the left. Huh. Suppose areas of dirt match the areas where the flower beds were. So Blaze dug holes in front of where each of the 3 flower beds used to be. Exactly. Now, why would he do such a thing? I believe we have a piece of evidence that tells us why. Why did Blaze dig holes near the ground near the flower beds? I know I have it on there. There it is. The report from Patricia Rillen to Blaze the Best said that something was laid to rest in front of this flower bed. So Blaze is following Miss Rillen's instruction to dig it up. But why would he dig up 3 holes? The report didn't state which of the 3 flower beds the item was in front of. Also, Blaze didn't know exactly where to dig. That's why he had to dig up all 3 spots. Most likely, yes. I'm sure Blaze himself was none too happy about it. He went through all that trouble. I wonder what he was trying to dig up. What did Blaze dig up? Logic. Agent 9, what's the matter?
Something strange. I wasn't able to read the SS5 incident case files until now.
since Blaze had all access to that information restricted.
Yeah, that's right. And yet, I feel like I've seen this exact scene somewhere before.
What do you mean?
Where did I see this? If I could just remember.
He looks deep in thought. I should leave him alone for a while. And yet I gotta ask him questions.
After the S-25 incident, the president completely changed. Well, he must have felt like his trust had been betrayed. I guess it's only natural. He cut off all ties with the Lang clan, putting an end to our deep bond of trust. My old man wanted to at least apologize in some way. So he tried to go see the president more times than I can count. Of course, the president refused to meet him. Wouldn't even give him the time of day. I don't know if it was from the bodyguards, but there were times he'd come back all beaten up. But me standing around here talking about the past doesn't do jack, does it?
I shall be the judge of that. For now, just keep telling us what you know.
You're still as tactless as ever, but I figured you'd say as much.
It's getting late. I gotta go.
Alright,
Later.
night. The S-25 incident.
The fall of my old man was also the fall of the Lang clan. The family that failed to protect the president. That's what we became. My old man started to investigate the case like he was possessed.
Could someone be so driven by obsession truly conduct a proper investigation?
Sheesh. You really don't pull any punches, Mr. Prosecutor. Don't think I blindly trusted in his investigation just because he's my old man. His investigation was meticulous down to the last detail. Apparently he even conducted a thorough interview with each and every kid at the orphanage.
He interviewed every child. I wonder how fruitful his results were. It's a swing decorated with the face of an elephant. It's like there's some kind of motor attached to the other side of the elephant. There's one thought that has crossed the minds of every top-class swinger. If a man could do a full 360. With that powerful motor rotating swing, that dream can finally be achieved. Rotating with a motor. But wouldn't that be dangerous? Mr. Edgeworth, you can't fulfill your dreams unless you're willing to take some risks. Is that to be a problem? This pillar appears to be burnt. According to the files, it seems there was a fire on the evening of the incident. Fire. Let's see here. Huh? It says that one of the children at the orphanage spilled kerosene and set it on fire as a prank. I guess that kid had far too much energy. And thanks to that, we can't make out the footprints near the main hall. So we got some data jotted down about a fire. We learned pretty much all that we can about the situation at the time of the murder.
Oh, in that case, is there another scene you would like to recreate?
Yes, or would you do the honors? I would like you to recreate the scene when the victim witnessed the president's kidnapping.
Right, I'll recreate the scene based on Mr. Cameron's photo.
Mr. Cameron standing in front of the middle of the flower beds.
And the president's kidnapper are standing on the road.
My old man based his initial investigation on this man's eyewitness testimony. As a result, it led him to believe that the kidnapping and this facility were related.
And that's how he came to suspect the head of the orphanage, Patricia Rowland.
Yeah. But in court, Blaze the Best treated this testimony as if it meant nothing.
Why would he do that?
The president and his kidnapper were not standing inside the orphanage grounds. So a connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping was difficult to prove.
I see. It's not like they were singing inside the orphanage after all.
No matter how much evidence the detectives gather at the scene, it doesn't mean squat if the prosecutor won't use it in court. Blaze the Best had some kind of connection with Patricia Rowland. They figured they had some kind of deal going on.
In other words, you think that Blaze was one of the kidnappers?
Was he? Were they partners in crime? However, your father was convinced that Patricia Rowland was the culprit. Your father was a highly capable investigator, presumably. Might he have had some other basis for his conclusion besides the eyewitness testimony?
Yeah, I figured he did. But I've no idea what it was. My old man never really talked much about this case.
Agent Lennon's father, Dai Long, President Huang, the most trusted comfort. The truth he discovered was suppressed by Blaze the Best. First, we must find that hidden truth. So this leaves us with a question. Was Blaze a kidnapper? And if so, what did he dig up? If we suppose that Blaze was one of the kidnappers, it becomes more likely that what he dug up yesterday is connected to the abduction. What is it?
I figured it out! It was treasure! Treasure! Can Blaze have dug out the ransom money?
The $100 million ransom. Buried in the ground until the heat had died down. Certainly possible.
I know, right? I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny of this Thomas English muffin. Now about the snowman. When we recreated the scene where Mr. Cameron was killed, how he melted. His scarf was all soggy and one of its button eyes were missing.
Indeed, at this stage it appears that most of its original form was still intact. Though there's one spot that looks unnaturally lacking.
Poor thing, I bet some naughty kid must have plucked it off.
Although from a thief's perspective, that kid does have some function.
I thought it came to come.
Wasn't plucked off from one of the children at the orphanage. Perhaps it was taken by an entirely different person altogether. I think I know. Yeah. This spot right here. This button right here. This snowman. Wouldn't you say it's missing something?
Its right eye's missing.
Precisely. And what's more, that missing eye happens to be in our possession.
The button that Mr. Cameron was holding onto. It's got the exact same design as Snowman's left eye.
We assume this button was indeed Snowman's eye. A huge contradiction arises. If this button is a Snowman's eye, what contradiction arises? Well, location of the victim. The victim was holding on to the button. Furthermore, the button was stained with blood. In other words, he was grabbed. He grabbed the button after he was attacked. For example, if we were to picture it in this way. After being struck in the back of the head, Mr. Cameron lost his balance. As he was falling, he reached out his hand towards the nearby snowman. However, it could not support his weight. He collapsed while still grasping the button.
Huh? That means Mr. Cameron was near the snowman when he was attacked?
Indeed. At the very least, it must have been within arm's reach of him. It's quite clear that he would not have been able to reach it from his current position.
But Mr. Cameron's footprints only lead toward the flower bed.
Can we be certain that those footprints really are Mr. Cameron's? Seems we'll need to investigate them one more time.
Understood. I'll recreate the time the body was discovered scene one more time.
Like the little touches of the time and the date.
These footprints should match up with Mr. Cameron's, right?
Let's inspect them again. These footprints, are they really Mr. Cameron's?
They're from size 11 shoes, and these huge footprints match up with Mr. Cameron's. No matter how you look at it, they're moving steadily towards the center of the flower beds.
But when Mr. Cameron was attacked, he grabbed the button from the snow.
Even with great peak human conditioning, our arm just can't stretch that far. Let alone an ordinary civilian. It'd be completely impossible.
Footprints come from the shoes worn by the victim, just as the case fell soon. However, does that mean Mr. Cameron was the owner of the shoes? We should re-examine the shoes. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. shoes. These shoes should match the footprints. However, these shoes, it seems like they were not the originally worn by the victim.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you'll see the laces were tied up strangely. The size doesn't seem to fit quite right either. Didn't belong to Cameron. Culprit likely placed the shoes on the victim's feet after he died.
Telling me these huge footprints leading up to the victim's feet.
Were most likely made by someone other than the victim.
So then the footprints leading to and from the victim's head must be Mr. Cameron's.
No, not necessarily. They seem to be a little too small to be the victim's footprints.
So now the footprints are his. Then which way did Mr. Cameron walk from?
Quite simple. The victim did not walk here on his own accord, but rather was carried here after he was murdered by the culprit. But he was murdered.
Logic.
The question now becomes, where was he killed and carried from? Perhaps it was near Snowman. Yeah, what's up? Oh, wait. Getting ahead of myself, shouldn't be doing that.
This bear-shaped igloo is both cute and scary at the same time. I hereby declare this a bear glue.
Looks as though this igloo could fit 3 people inside.
Yeah, but you could live up to 3 years in this bear glue.
3 years. What about the summertime? The igloo would melt.
Mr. Edgeworth, say that again! Say that one more time!
The igloo would melt. Like, no. Oh, jeez. Alright. Okay, so we go back here.
It's one-eyed snowman. It goes all the way up to my shoulders. At the size of a Gyakuten class. Got hand to the kids who made this.
I was hoping for some more diverse information instead of just its size.
A bucket hat, with knives, and a little scarf. Fully equipped. I was left just to knock it down with countless punches and kicks.
I was hoping for some more objective information instead of what you'd like to do to it. switch back to win. Mr. Cameron's body was moved. Consider the button he was holding onto. It's highly likely that he was killed near the snowman. I should take a closer look. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
The snowman has become a sad sight to look at.
Can't be helped. Snow and ice both melt away with time.
Just like the mysteries of the cases you solved, Mr. Edward. Time passes, those mysteries melt away while you continue to keep your cool.
You do realize I'm racking my brain trying to solve those mysteries during the case. It appears that the outside of the facility was also decorated with flower beds.
Wow, so there are flowers that bloom in the winter. Snow is even piled up on the flower bed.
Indeed. Seems a little cold. It gives off a refined taste, even though it's just recreation.
Indeed, it gives off a little cold and tastes quite refined, even though it's just a recreation.
Okay, so the bricks around it.
There's a brick missing here.
A missing brick.
Logic.
The rest are all in order. It's strange that only this one is missing. So this only means one thing. We must consider that there was a missing brick to go with the murder weapon. Perhaps the missing brick was the one used as the murder weapon. The brick near Snowman.
Oh, yeah, it does seem to be just the right size to fit in that gap perfectly.
So, about that brick that was near Snowman and the body was moved. As I thought, it seemed the murder actually occurred near the Snowman.
Of the button Mr. Cameron was holding and the murder weapon came from there.
Indeed. Also, if we assume that the killer picked up the brick near the Snowman and then tried to sneak up behind Mr. Cameron.
Oh, Mr. Cameron totally was seen the person picking up the brick.
Exactly. Okay, please update the recreation. Mr. Cameron was not in the middle of the flower beds, but near the Snowman.
Okay, on it. No matter how you look at it, this is strange.
All the people involved in this case are gathered in the same place.
Did we make a mistake here or something?
One piece of evidence this recreation is based on is if I had to choose which piece of evidence is fake, which piece is likely to be fake. That one piece that could be fake. Was this photo really taken by Mr. Cameron?
Eh? What do you mean?
We've proven that whoever killed Mr. Cameron also moved the body. For what reason would they have to deliberately move his body? Perhaps the culprit wanted to falsify the scene that Mr. Cameron witnessed.
And that's why they took a fake photo?
They made the president stand under the streetlight and took a photo with Cameron's camera. It would have been quite simple.
Now that you mention it, Mr. Cameron's camera only had one photo on it, right?
Indeed. In all likelihood, the original roll of film had been removed from the camera. And after loading a new film into the camera, the fake was taken.
I see. So this photo might have been taken after Mr. Cameron was killed, right?
Uh-huh. So we got an updated data on this. Exactly. This is not the scene Mr. Cameron actually witnessed. It's likely that the photo is forged evidence.
And why did Mr. Cameron witness the president and his kidnapper?
The photo isn't the only piece of evidence that indicates what Mr. Cameron witnessed.
The testimony left on the answering machine.
Precisely. We should listen to the recording one more time and confirm what was said. Where else could the president and his kidnapper have been? The upper left lamp and the burned pillar, so... I'm gonna say here.
They were over there, so what's the basis for that claim?
Do I really need a basis for my claims? That's why I'm doing it. Left lamp post. It shouldn't be the upper right then. Let me see. Upper left. This is my left. Unless we're talking about this. Oh snap! Hey, yo! Oh damn! That's not it either. I already know this ain't it. It's basically saying nope. Let's see. Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh, let me see. This is terrible. Pixel Hunt! I love pixel hunting, don't you? Oh, man. the fact that I'm looking at this like, oh, I gotta pixel hunt this. Wow. Oh man. What's going on, man? What's going on? This one. I'm looking at this one. Damn, that's the... If I'm looking at this right, I'm looking at the burnt pillar. The burnt pillar is right there. I'm looking at that. I kinda wish I was looking at somebody else's. I wish I was looking at James. Cause I remember he did this. Wow. I hate this because it's like, oh, hey, you're looking at left. What's left? This is left. What's left? This is left. If I'm looking right, unless they're talking about this. They're talking about this. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. No. Why are they talking? Damn. Okay. Down to go Frenches. Now, let me see. If I'm looking like this. Oh wow, this is terrible. Oh, this one got me. See, I'm gonna go. Where else could camera? Right here? Oh, jeez, really? Can't be right here. Because we're looking at left. This is my whole area. This is left. Because this is my whole area I'm looking at. Left. So are you saying right here? Oh my god! Seriously! Mr. Camera said this on the answer machine. The light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. There are only two places here where the lights are broken. The light by the orphanage. Okay, could you please update the recreation? Roger.
This is... So the kidnapper was near the orphanage?
Indeed. With this, we've shown the connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping.
So that's why they moved the body and took a fake photo to create false testimony in order to remove any suspicion towards the orphanage in court.
With this, the state of the recreation has completely changed. The time the body was discovered, scene has probably been greatly impacted as a result.
Now let's go check it out right away. Preparations are ready.
Since the state of the recreation has changed once again, I should press the Y button. Change. Yeah. Let's do that. So we're saying change it up.
Now recreate the scene.
The body by flower beds. Which there is no body by the flower beds. Okay. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense now. Yeah, now it's making sense. It's making sense. Good. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny of this Thomas Hanks movie. There was no body there.
So then I placed the body near the snowman. Now that he's gone, it feels a little lonely around here.
It's not a very proper way of putting it. Since the body isn't here, we might be able to find some new clothes.
Let's thoroughly investigate this area. I am a searcher.
I can't believe it. The blood splatter above the snow. Something was substantial amount. Almost as if the murder was actually committed.
But Mr. Cameron should have been attacked near snowman.
Exactly. In that case, this blood must belong to someone else.
Well, but the police report said this was Mr. Cameron's blood.
The one in charge of this case was Blaze the Best. It would have been simple for him to falsify the information.
But wouldn't it be faster to just clean up the bloodstains rather than falsify the information?
He wouldn't be able to do that. Think about it. Blaze knew that Mr. Cameron's body would be discovered here. In which case, the forensics department would naturally become involved.
Oh, look at our reaction. They would have discovered it with the power of science.
Besides, it would have been difficult to erase all the traces of blood completely. However, falsifying results of a blood test would be much easier in comparison. You would just have to switch the results from forensic reports.
Oh, what a bummer. Knowing those documents I read were falsified. It looks like Cameron's clothes were completely soaked in blood.
And they taste crunchy even in milk. If the blood scattered here got onto Cameron's clothes, that would mean at the time the bloodstains here had not dried yet.
I see, so then this certainly somebody's blood. It splattered here just a short while before he was murdered.
Indeed, that's exactly right. However, if that's the case, what a new contradiction arises in this revelation? Mysterious bloodstain. Yeah, of course it did. Uh-huh. So that means the fortunate. So we would deduce this happened. This is a clear contradiction.
You mean this bloodstain?
Do you see this bloodstain is broken up by the remains of the fire? It's proof that the fire occurred after the blood had scattered around the area.
But I thought the fire occurred before the murder.
Seems that information suspect as well. Fire broken out after the murder.
Then the child who started the fire should have seen the body and the bloodstains.
Why then did they not come forward as a witness? It's likely that they would have put Blaze at a great disadvantage.
Guess we'll need to investigate this fire in more detail. Hey, you!
Yes, sir!
There should be some records of the fire in the police department under a different case file. I want you to bring me every last investigation report about the fire.
Understood, Sifu!
Oh, and one more thing.
Where is it at?
Contact the house of Lang in Jingfa. There should be evidence from this case in my old man's room.
What
I just remembered why I recognized the scene. A long time ago, I saw a picture in my old man's room. It was a drawing resembling the scene. What'd you say? However, I think it looked like something a child drew.
Child. Then the officer may have been the culprit behind the fire.
It should still be somewhere in my old man's room. Have them send it over.
Understood, sir. A few minutes after the fact. Done. Ding. Sifu! I'm back! I brought the info on the fire this kid started and the photo of the drawing in your father's office. And also,
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Hurry up and hand him over.
information held by Agent Lang's father.
This is it. It's exactly what I remembered.
This was the picture drawn by the child depicting the night of the incident. Sure looks like it was drawn with a child's touch. As I thought, the one who drew this is most likely the child who started the fire. Child's drawing. That looked like Gogan. Shifu!
What now? Sorry, but it's gonna have to wait. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Why do you think my old man had this?
Perhaps he obtained it during the course of his investigation into the incident. Though I don't know why he would have concealed it. Agent Lang, might I be able to see the details of the fire?
Yeah, sure.
Allow me to read it post-haste. It says here something. Boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the night of the incident. Seems this boy went missing several days later.
What? Don't tell me that he witnessed something he shouldn't have.
That's horrible. He's only a child after all. That don't matter. But I hate for that to be the case. We can't rule out the possibility entirely.
Apparently the boy left some stuff behind on the orphanage. And it was taken as evidence. What's this?
What's that doing here?
Mr. Prosecutor, do you recognize this?
Yes, I know one piece of evidence that's related. Which piece of evidence is related to what the boy left behind? This. I don't know what's it doing here. But isn't that the missing horn from the Mozilla doll?
No way. You mean this came off the present?
You know of it?
Yeah, I noticed the president kept it close by its decoration. I always thought it was strange how one of its horns were missing.
You twist the horn. This doll will play back any previously recorded audio. So if we put the missing horn back in place, we might be able to hear a different recording. Indeed, it's possible. Doll is currently on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
Hey, you heard that right?
Yes, sir. I'll be right back. Shifu, I got it. The mighty Mozilla doll.
Well done. Give it to the prosecutor over there.
If we insert the horn found at the orphanage into the doll, perfect fit.
Well, can you hear anything?
Mr. Huang, it's Amy. It's been a while. I saw the news that you would be coming to this country. I was really nervous about doing this, but I decided to send you a message. Please, stop the playback!
Just Courtney?
What's wrong? Stop it! No! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's a boy. Your son. He's just been born.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That's all I wanted to tell you. His name is John. John Marsh. It's a fine name for him, don't you think?
Marsh. Amy Marsh.
Did she say John?
Why are you swaying?
I'll be waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th. Even if it's just once, I want John to be able to meet you. I'm sorry if I'm being selfish, but I'll be waiting.
No way. That was my...
John?
What's the meaning of this, Miss Courtney?
John is not my biological son.
Oh. Oh.
He's adopted.
Did John know about this?
Of course he knew. John's mother, Amy Marsh, passed away about 5 years ago. She and I were cousins. Since we were young, we've always been really close. We're often mistaken for sisters.
This is fucked up.
That's why, when she passed away, I thought it was only natural that I look after John. Also, there were circumstances which prevented me from revealing his father's identity. I never even told John his father's name.
And now it's all been revealed thanks to this recording on that door. Did John's mother send the door to the president? Hey,
John?
was the president really my dad?
Yes, he was. Before you were born, Amy worked as a diplomat in Jingfa.
What? So that must be how she became acquainted with President Wong.
Hang on. Didn't you tell me she worked at the orphanage? Yes, after returning to this country, Amy left her job as a diplomat. She always had great passion for charity work, so she began working at the orphanage.
Hey, Miss Courtney. So this Amy girl, she called the president there herself, but she never showed up at the scene of the SS5 incident. What's with that?
Amy couldn't make it. Apparently, someone had been following her the whole night.
Perhaps it was Blaze. Can't say for certain. It's possible that it was his duty.
After that, Amy never got another chance to see the president again.
Rank and file. So she died 5 years ago. This conversation must be painful.
Alright. Hey, John, you thirsty? How about I buy us both some juice? We can go together?
I'm a party too. I'll listen until the end. Besides, I can afford to buy my own juice.
Oh, shut down by kid. John, do you understand the reason I met with the president 2 days ago?
The secret meeting from 2 nights ago.
I wanted to tell him about Amy's death and that you were alive. But I see. That's why you couldn't tell us your reasons for meeting with the president until now. You had to wait until now to tell us this. You bitch. I get it. She would have had to reveal his connection with John. I brought the bouquet of lilacs so that he would understand I truly did not. So that he would understand I truly did know about Amy. Those flowers are a dear memory to the president and Amy. First present she received from the president was a bouquet of vine lilies. But now even he has passed away. If only he was still alive. Perhaps I could have introduced him to John. Sifu! I'm sorry to interrupt this atmosphere, but there's something I need to say.
Oh, why is it now?
Well, actually, there's one last item that has been delivered here from Java. I have here the president's will.
What?
President's will?
My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust, the president left his will under the protection of the Night Clan. Those medals in that will, they were the pride of our clan, our family treasures, so to speak.
This is... Agent Lang, does that will have something to do with the current case?
You bet it does. It says here, I hereby acknowledge John Marsh as my own son.
Oh, what? John's name is in the president's will? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Are you certain that will was written by the president?
Yeah, he entrusted it to the Lang clan even before the SS5 incident took place. I'll have to appraise it back home, but by the name of the Lang clan, this is the real deal.
Was the president of an entire nation. The existence of his son would have caused, considerable controversy. However, he left behind the will, just in case.
This makes it doubtful, sure. I still can't believe it myself, but there's no room for doubt. John Marsh, you are the son of Di Huang, president of Zhangfa.
Oh, fuck. John! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes, how many times are you gonna cream yourself, Courtney? John! Oh shit, son. Oh, yeah, let's continue. Hours later, on the temporary film lot, Sean. So that guy was my dad. He found out about his own bastard son. Furthermore, his newfound father is no longer in this world. Now it's been searching for my dad. I get it, alright? He's the president. I know it's a complicated situation. but he will be met face to face during filming. So then why? Huh? Why didn't he tell me who he was? Sorry, John. Mom, you don't need to apologize. No matter how you look at it, it's all my fault. Yesterday, I brought my problems with you. I didn't even notice the roof, the fire, so I destroyed everything. I crushed it all. My dad, those flowers that my mom carefully grew. John, please, for now, just don't think about anything. Just stay like this for a little while. Just for a little while, okay?
The bond between parent and child. That's the meaning behind my impetus. I know it's not my style, but that flower is from Zhengfa.
However, we've no means of protecting them. Agent Lang, allow me to say this. The case won't be solved by symptomality alone. Therefore, shouldn't we do all we can to solve it?
Yeah, you're right.
The recreation of the past is finished. Were your father's deductions correct?
My old man took his deductions to the grave. He never told anyone about them. So who knows if they were right or not.
In that case, what about your own deduction? I would like to hear what you think happened based on the recreation. In order for us to get closer to the truth of 12 years ago. 2019, never forget.
Yeah, I was thinking it's about time. I can see it now. My old man's back, real close. I'll catch up to him for sure. To the truth that my old man uncovered. There's no mistake that the president went to the orphanage. Stuffed toy proof of that. Planned to meet Amy Marsh. However, the president was kidnapped. Cameron just happened to witness it. Cameron had been there, he probably would have been a kidnapping with no murder. Afterwards, the body was moved to the flower beds and the photo was taken.
Was that really what happened 12 years ago? Well, let's go about this, shall we?
However, there's one thing I still don't get.
Something you don't get.
It's this. Why do they need to take a fake photo? Why would they go through all that trouble and even make the president take part in that photo?
That's a good question. And that's true. However, the answer to that riddle must lie somewhere within. Once we get past layers upon layers of deductions, we shall surely reach it.
Yeah, that's right. I like to hear your deductions as well.
But all. If Cameron had not been there, well, we're going to present the following. If the eyewitness, Cameron, had not been there, no murder would have taken place. Is that really the case?
criminal's goal was only to kidnap the president. If there were no witnesses, there would have been no need to commit murder, right?
And what if Cameron wasn't the only one who was murdered? There was a large bloodstain near the flower beds. However, Cameron was murdered near the snowman. Ergo, the bloodstain could not have belonged to Cameron. Someone else's blood was spilled. What if that's not?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, do you have any idea what you're saying?
I do. It's hard to believe. However, that is what the evidence indicates. On that night 12 years ago, there were 2 murders.
Are you saying that the other murder was covered up? Just who the hell could have been killed?
A murder that was cleverly concealed. All traces of it were erased. The incident itself was completely deleted from the case files. However, there's only one thing. One piece of evidence that still remains intact after 12 years. This piece of evidence shows that something happened that night. This. The other murder incident was buried in the dark by Blaze the Best. However, there's still one piece of evidence that remains. Agent Lang, is survived by your father's hands.
My old man, you say.
Please recall. And that bald-headed man, like I said, looked like Dogen. There was one more thing that was hidden along with the trace of the murder. That is the existence of the boy who caused the fire. Why did Blaze make that boy disappear? It's because he saw something he wasn't supposed to see.
What was the thing he wasn't supposed to see?
Everything's drawn in that picture.
The drawing my old man had.
The person drawn on the right is most likely the president. The Mozilla doll is also drawn near him. And the person standing opposite of him is... Sehon Dogen. A man with a knife and a large black dog. He is none other than Sehon Dogen.
What? The assassin?
Why would an assassin appear before President? Answer's clear. Indeed, what occurred that night on the orphanage grounds 12 years ago was not a kidnapping. It was a presidential assassination! Oh! Oh!
Then Miss Velen and Mr. Blaze were...
Yes, the two were likely partners in crime. One furnished the orphanage to use as the scene of the incident, and the other covered up the young boy's testimony. It's likely that Mr. Cameron was murdered because he witnessed the assassination itself. After all, the kidnapping was never actually... After all, the kidnapping never actually happened.
Stop messing around! You're saying that the president was assassinated 12 years ago!
Yeah, he was.
We just found his body today! He's been alive up till now!
That's right, and he made him upstairs.
If the president was assassinated 12 years ago and the president's body was found today, that would imply there were 2 presidents. Kagemusha. The whole thing was a freaking Kagemusha. get nerve bite because I know what that is. Oh. Because they need to stop. They really do. They really need to stop sending me crap mail like this. Like I'm actually gonna give them money every goddamn time.
Yeah, and that can't be right.
Oh, please. If you never heard of Kagemusha, I know, right? It feels more like an action theme. Like there's a battle actually happening. Or even better, have both of them be there. Like, have a four-way going on. Phoenix and Miles back-to-back on one end. Maya and Kay on the other end. Because it's not going to be Pearl. She's too young for that. Are you sure about that? There's a possibility that there were two presidents? That's right. Until now, I've been getting a strange feeling from the president.
Even so, I still respect the man. Shangfall's a small country, but he carried the nation with his strength.
The image of President Huang that Agent Lang described. You are wrong. He revealed his true form. Differs far too greatly from the President Huang we knew. It's as if they were two entirely different people. If there were, in fact, two Shangfa presidents, exactly how would such a scenario be possible? What would make the existence of two presidents possible? Shingen Takeda. As I mentioned, if you never heard of the film called Kagemusha, it was about Shingen Takeda and how they had to hide the fact that his death would change the whole face of the war going on in Japan. And it just made me think it's Kagemusha. Oh, it's body double. If we're to assume that one of them was a body double, wouldn't it be possible then?
Body double?
President Huang possessed immense power and authority in Zhengfe. I'm sure there were those who envied his position and made attempts on his life. Yes, just as he was attacked a few days ago at Gourd Lake.
It's true. There were those who sought Huang's life from time to time. But I can't easily believe there were two presidents.
I could.
At least not without any evidence.
Do I have evidence that proves that we're two presidents? Yeah, the file. Has Ancient Knight not noticed this contradiction? Or has he noticed it but can't admit it?
What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't shout something out only to send the clam up.
According to the recording on the doll, the president visited the orphanage at midnight. However, that should not have been possible.
Huh? Why's that?
Why? Because at the time, the president should have been at the embassy. He was together with Agent Nang's father. So, Agent Nang, you really did notice. He was in two places at the same time, ergo, there must have been two presidents. Woo! Then which of the two was the real president on that day 12 years ago? Most likely the one who died.
Who? Who contracted Dojin to murder Huang?
In order to learn that first, you must have a look at the evidence that he proved was false earlier. In a piece of evidence we know to be false is photo. The photo taken with camera that was taken after he was murdered. He was murdered because he witnessed the presidential assassination. In other words, the photo must have been taken following the assassination. Who was the president pictured in the fake photo? We must consider him to be the body double. In other words, the body double had the real president murdered and then took his place. But Roland and Blaze must have cooperated in their plan. I swear he looks like Rizzo from Rival School.
Hold it! Wang's body was never found. Just where could have disappeared to?
The answer to that is already quite apparent. This is where the real president's body was. Last night there was something Blaze had to unearth with his own two hands. That item was not the ransom. It was something far more important. So Blaze unburied the real president's body. The possibility is quite high.
What you say?
Bones from the body buried 12 years ago would have remained. According to Mr. Powers, construction was to begin soon at this launch. That was the deadline. Both for the movie and the retrieval of the body. Because they would have found the body when they started construction. Agent Nang, let us search the footprints that Blaze took up.
Yeah. If the body was buried there, there'd be traces of it. Hey! Someone call forensics!
I have the results of the search. We found traces in the dirt that suggest a body was buried here.
So, what's wrong after all?
We also recovered the skeletal remains that Blaze the Best dug up. They were in his home. In addition to the bone structure, the dental records and the bone fractures all match up. We can confirm that it was indeed President Huang. So the real President Huang was indeed killed 12 years ago. The S-25 incident was a murder.
So the S-25 incident was actually a murder incident. But there's so much information, it's way too confusing.
Indeed. Let's take this opportunity to review the details of the case.
First, the real president came to the orphanage, right?
12 years ago. The true President Huang visited the orphanage in order to meet his son. The footsteps in the snow that we thought belonged to Mr. Campbell were most likely made by the president at the time. President Huang was supposed to meet his son here. However, the one who actually showed up was the assassin, Sahan Dojin.
He came here to meet his son. Was murdered instead. How horrible.
And like Dojin deserves it. A man like Dojin shows no mercy.
And after that second, tragedy occurred.
You mean Mr. Cameron's murder?
Indeed, Mr. Cameron saw the decisive moment. After the real president was killed by Dojin, his body was carried to the rear courtyard by the team of kidnappers. Mr. Cameron must have witnessed that moment from the orphanage entrance. Of course, he got a straight shot right there. Although he himself believed that he actually witnessed a kidnapping. Furthermore, by this time, there was a fake. The body double, who had come to meet with Blaze and Miss Rose.
Mr. Rowland was already standing behind Mr. Cameron.
Yes, of course. And then the witness to the incident, Mr. Cameron,
Was killed by the body double. So was Mr. Cameron's corpse also carried by the body double?
yes, that seems like
But wasn't there anything at the crime scene that looked like the body double's fingerprint? Footprint?
footprints. Fingerprints. I've already figured out how he accomplished that. There's a piece of evidence that would have made it possible. What did the body double use to move the body without leaving any footprints? The shoes. It's almost set how the body double carried Mr. Cameron's corpse. After Mr. Cameron was killed, the president's body double carried him into the middle of the garden. I suspect the body double was wearing the same shoes as the real president at the time. His shirt just stepped precisely on top of the footprints left by the real president. He was shattered.
Oh, since the shoes were the same. There would only be one set of footprints left behind in the snow. I think I got a pretty good grasp on the S-25 incident now. But there's still one thing I don't get.
What's that?
Why did they need to stage the abduction?
Because Mr. Cameron witnessed the incident. Saw the president at the orphanage. Left behind witness testimony on Miss Crane's answering machine. Even Blaze couldn't make that disappear. Ergo, the body double needed a reason for the president to have been at the orphanage.
And that's why they prepared the fake kidnapping charade.
The people in the fake are the body double and most likely Patricia Rowland.
The person in the coat, Miss Rowland? What makes you say that?
The two would have to leave the orphanage in order to take the picture. It's like when you move the body, the double used the real president's footprints.
And so the second set of footprints must belong to the person in the coat.
He originally believed that the footprints belonged to Cameron's killer. They were size 7, too small for Blaze's feet. Thus, we can presume that the person playing the part of the kidnapper was Patricia Rowland. Hidden in shadow of the presidential kidnapping was a presidential assassination.
I see. So that's why, my old man.
Why he what?
The old man must have realized that a murder had taken place. After all, he had the kid's drawing.
However, that picture was never presented as evidence.
Your father likely took it from the young witness during the investigation and hid it.
He had to have known that Huang was dead. But what if he had revealed that back then?
Reveal the death of the president, the backbone of Zhengfa? But of course, Chaos.
And that's why my old man took the secret to his grave. He even took the blame for the kidnapping, knowing that would be the fall of the House of Lang.
So this is true that Agent 9's father hid 12 years ago.
And now it's all become clear.
Is that really the case, I wonder?
What? Who's there?
That bell, it's... Oh, shit.
Sir Han Dojin. You! Why are you here? How can you just blatantly show up here? Who do you think you are, pal?
I found the conversation most intriguing and I just... well... Are you feeling nostalgic about an old murder of yours?
You're the one who killed Huang.
Nostalgia? I think not. You are speaking about the person I am searching for.
You're searching for someone?
I escaped from prison in order to meet with a young acolyte. The one who wore the red raincoat.
The red raincoat?
Who's this person?
I suspect that he's the same person as the mastermind you're searching for. Someone you've been searching for. The one in the red hood.
Red hood?
Don't they seem surprised, Anubis? Yes, they are, my boy. 12 years ago, this young acolyte saved my life.
Dojin Saver.
That is, I am King President One. However, my life was also targeted on that day. The body double Blaze and Patricia all sought to see me. Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger. But alas, even to this day, I do not know what has become of the young acolyte.
So, your client was indeed the body double who was the main perpetrator of the crime.
It was a long time ago, but I remember as well as even now. There have been countless attempts on my life. Not just once or twice. Countless. And yet, why must I be the only one to face the danger? When I stand before the people, I garner the same respect as the president does. Tell me, just what is the difference between him and me? The difference was great. While the voice and style of speech may be the same. One can mimic the body, but the heart cannot be reproduced.
I suppose his own weaknesses cost him in his quest to become leader.
Now that Rook's gone, I'm in charge!
I am not sure if you're as capable as Rook was.
What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now!
Perhaps the king and his knight were not so different after all. The double believed that the president's only weakness was a woman called Amy. To find the woman, he needed the assistance of someone from his country. So he joined forces with Blaze.
After determining her whereabouts, he simply waited for the right opportunity.
The chance came with the meeting at the orphanage.
Indeed, the director of the orphanage was bribed and brought in as accomplice.
You must be referring to Patricia Rowland.
Well, given what I told you, do you realize the whereabouts of the young actor right now?
You mean the boy who saved you? But how do you know that he is the mastermind?
That day, the young one caused a fire at the garden of the orphanage.
You're talking about the kid who started the fire as a prank?
A prank. Not at all. On that night, however, the young acolyte was hiding inside an igloo. It seems he witnessed Patricia and Blaze moving the body from his hiding place. Apparently, he had them talking during that time. It would seem that they were planning to kill me because I knew the truth. You merely came to the main hall to tell me that. I learned this about the young acolyte sometime later. Seemed he was wearing a red raincoat at the time. He led me out of the main hall. And then the young acolyte said he was going to get rid of our footprints. So he scattered some land near the igloo over the snow. And then he boldly set the oil ablaze.
No way! He set the fire in order to...
All their focus was diverted toward the burning flames. I took the opportunity to escape through the rear exit.
So the boy in the red raincoat's the mastermind behind this case.
Exactly. Isn't that right, Anubis? Yes, boy. Yes, it is. Ray, but all.
Reunited, so when did you first meet with him?
That would be 18 years ago. December 24th.
That's around a long time.
On that day our roles were reversed, I saved the other slaves. There was an unusual snowstorm on that day. Temperature was way below freezing. I took Anubis for a walk in the snow. He took a sheet over there. That's when Anubis noticed something and started running. I followed after him and found the car. I had great difficulty opening the door. It had frozen shut. In the back seat, there were two young children shivering from the cold. Two children. Had they remained in the car for an hour longer, they surely would have frozen to death. I brought the two of them to a nearby orphanage. Is there anything about Dojin's story that concerns you?
There's something. What concerns me is the date. The 24th of December, 18 years ago. I'm sure about that.
There's no mistake.
Could that mean?
I know. Significance behind that date. What shows the significance behind the date? Well, it's not that. It's this. That day, a certain incident occurred. A sculptor was murdered. During that incident, two young boys went missing. The sons of the victim, Isaac Dover, and the culprit, Dan Gustavia.
We never did find out where those two boys went after the case 18 years ago.
Oh, so they were sons of victim and culprit. It only makes sense now.
What makes sense?
One of the youths was bound so that he could not move.
Mr. Delver did it so that Mr. Gustavia's son couldn't come to the contest venue.
Indeed, Gustavia was using his own son as his taste tester.
To think that what transpired. Neither child seemed to recall what had happened.
They lost their memories.
The acolyte told me this when we were reunited 12 years ago. The pair were placed in an extreme situation on the verge of freezing. The trauma led them both to suffer from amnesia. Neither could so much as remember his own name.
So they didn't even know they were the sons of Mr. Delver and Gustavia.
Indeed. While we cannot say it conclusively, probability is quite high. However, we still don't have enough information to maximize identity. Dojin, would you please continue your story?
Very well.
Dojin and the Acolyte.
I continue my correspondence with the young acolyte even after the visit.
It's me that has come to an abrupt halt. It left me quite concerned. Furthermore, those involved in the crime 12 years ago were all drawn into incidents one by one. I grew more and more curious, and so I absconded briefly from prison. Those involved 12 years ago were Patricia Rowland, Blaze the Best, and President Huang's body double.
And Miss Rowland was the warden of Mr. Dojin's prison.
I blackmailed the warden. That woman had tried to kill me.
Perhaps the good prosecutor had already deduced the reason. You murdered President Huang, however the world still believed he was alive. If you were able to prove the president was a fake, both Patricia Rowland and Blaze the Best would have been in danger.
That is correct. And had I heard the proof with my own ears.
I'll be waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th. Even if it's just once. I want John to be able to meet you.
I'm sorry if I am being selfish, but I am still waiting. Oh, my Jubilee. My apologies, but I am presently waiting for someone.
I am well aware of that, President Wang. Are you not meeting with your son?
I forgot what that reason of him, what the reason of that, I gotta check afterwards. Or actually, I can check right now. Don't miss anything. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, the thumbnail. It's all about a thumbnail. Okay.
I'm well aware of that, President Wang. Are you not meeting with your son? However, I do not spill blood needlessly. You may relax. I seek only the President's life.
It can't be. Please wait. I'm just about to meet my son for the first time. I'm sure this will be the first and last time. Please, at least wait till we are finished. I had thought the president would beg this night, but he wasn't. He was of a different sort. Officially, the president had no son. However, he shook his head and said this illegitimate son was his, and he intended to recognize him publicly. Furthermore, he claimed that he had already made preparations to that end. Would that son of his be the boy with horns over there by any chance?
Boy with the horns. Wait, you can see John's horns?
There's no need to say that from the moment I escaped from prison until now.
I have been closely lending an ear to your voices. You said that the president made preparations toward recognizing his son. But the word preparations alone would be insufficient for blackmail.
That's it. there was one thing that could prove Wong's words. The will held by the House of Lamb. It was also proof in his trust in us. His son's existence would have been revealed to the world. The name on the recording, the mention of preparations, and the reading together they suffice to make more than bound on my words. With those three pieces of information, one could prove the identity of the double. By using John. The president thought the first strike of my knife with something soft. As pieces of a fellow top snow, I struck once more. This time, blow-proof it. So dodging cut off the Mazar's doll's point. None but I heard his final words. Only myself and that child knew of the president's secret son. We but all.
In other words, you contacted him from prison.
That is correct.
Post office box was used. Post office box? To allow one to send and receive the letters without revealing recipient's location. I could not use form of correspondence that would reveal Aquilai's location. There was someone keeping watch over my correspondences. Must mean the prison, which is relevant. Could you be more specific about the nature of your correspondences?
Well, they were mainly used for my correspondent chess matches.
Correspondent chess? I recall the person you were playing against.
This might be hard to believe, but Georgian's chess opponent was...
Are you saying he was playing against Mr. Knightley? Was it Horace Knightley?
You certainly found the corresponding chess memo in that yourself.
Does that mean Knightley Boy was the kid from the Ice 7 incident?
Could that really be true? Is there any evidence connecting Knightley to the IS-7 incident? IS-7. We don't call that IS-7. It's in the memos. This was all that Knightley left behind. Could there be a clue hidden within? What should I investigate? Ring on the chessboard. The ring. The ring is...
Mr. Edgeworth, what is it?
Mr. Shields, please take a look at this ring. Patterns. Pure cat! I thought so. He had Mr. Dover's seal turned into a ring. However, why would he have this? Shouldn't it have been held by the police as evidence from the IS-7 incident?
After the incident, seal was returned to the victim next of kin. Mr. Dover's only family was the son. Since no one knew where the son had gone to, that's why I get it, you know. Heard that the police had finally found him and delivered as inheritance, but
So seal was thereby safely delivered to his son. And then he turned the seal into a ring and wore it on his person. Ring Knightley made from his father's limits on portable chessboard.
So Mr. Knightley was Mr. Dover's son.
police aren't fools. I'm sure they did a thorough check before handing over the seal.
If someone involved in the Ice 7 incident was his chest department.
Nightly, huh? That man must have been the mastermind behind the case. But Knightley's dead. He cannot be involved in this incident. How about that? Only one that could be the mastermind himself. A murder victim?
But that guy can't be the culprit, so there's no way that's right.
It certainly is strange. In that case, who is the culprit? Writing in Braille can be a rather enjoyable pastime. I'm certain you said you wrote your letters in Braille.
Correct. Good prosecutor must know that I am lacking in sight, do you not?
The correspondence chest letter we found had been typed out using a word processor.
What? That cannot be.
What do you mean?
So someone went out of their way to retype the letters on a computer?
Another person could have acted as middleman between Dojin and Knightley.
What do you mean?
Dojin wrote his letters in Braille, however, by the time it reached Knightley, it had been rewritten on a word processor. You must assume that some middleman rewrote those letters. The reverse can be also said.
And the reverse can also be said. That same somebody might have taken the letters Knightley wrote and redelivered them to Doji.
Yes, that's indeed true. Updated. Knightley and Dojin both communicated through a certain individual. Dojin, were the letters that reached you?
They were in Braille, of course. So Knightley boy's letters must have been transposed by that same person well.
But that somebody must be.
The mastermind behind the case.
You're saying there's someone else who's the mastermind behind this case? Then who the hell is it?
Dover's son, Knightley, is already deceased. In that case, there's one more youth that we should consider to be the mastermind.
You mean Gang Gustavia's son? Who the hell is it?
Knightley's Dover's son, and Gustavia's son must be...
Well, we're the only friends either of us has had since childhood. He was the same as me. We never had real families.
Could it really be him?
Mr. Edgeworth, what is it? We've gone uphill.
I figured it out. The identity of the master has been controlling this case from the shadows.
What? Who is it?
I don't want to believe it myself. Someone we know quite well. The mastermind's... Simon Keys. Mastermind behind this case. Shaggy! Sent a letter to Joe Crane to see the Blaze. Furthermore, kidnapped John and he's dropped on us. However, all his actions, the one I am not able to get out of my mind, is how he brought an unconscious K to the roof. The giant monster cannot exist?
Huh? Did you just say something?
That's right. The key to exposing the mastermind is in the monster's true form.
I almost forgot. If you like, please come to our next show. I'll also be performing in it.
The Baby Circus so fabulous fun for all ages.
Miss Swift, there's something I would like to ask you.
What? You mean me?
You said that you recorded the sound of Mozilla spewing flames. Which this decisive evidence of yours be something you recorded on that tape recorder?
Well, that's Miss Edgewood for you. You're good at figuring things out, aren't you?
Sound of Mozilla spewing out fire. This place near became a sea of flames. That's right, I ain't actually seen him with my own eyes, though.
Could you let us listen to that tape?
Sure thing. There we go.
So, it's as I thought. So it seems that my reasoning was correct. The true nature of the monster and the mastermind.
All of my logic is coming together.
Miss Hart, you said you captured a giant eye on film, did you not?
Sure did. Right here in this photo.
No, we cannot confirm it. Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir! Where's your film analysis device? Okay, but what do you want to analyze, sir? This photo, please. I'm on it! Is there a new clue in this photo? I do believe there is. If we were to zoom in on the upper left. Bam.
This! See? Ain't the Moses right where I say to be?
I see. I finally grasped. The true form of the giant monster that was being controlled by the mastermind.
Kaiju? Are you mean you are, ain't you? You mean that the Maimuzi is real?
No, this is not Mozilla. This is the eye of a different monster. Please have a look at this.
It's a flyer for the very big sex. Oh, this is.
Precisely. There's a rather large balloon with the head of a lion pictured here. This balloon is the identity of the kaiju. In addition, the sound Miss Swift recorded, which he believes to be Mozilla spewing flames,
Mr. Prosecutor, don't tell me. I gotta see something now. Shatter my dreams if it's skill.
Hot air balloons fly by using burners to heat the air, right, sir?
precisely, the mastermind used this monster of his to bring Kay to the rooftop of the Grand Tower without using the elevator.
What do you mean? Did the mastermind someone connected to the circus?
He's a member of the circus, Atlas' friend, and King Gustavia's son.
Oh, that donkey! An apprentice beast tamer? It's no amateur. For the beast he has tamed is none other than this entire case. Simon Keys. He's the mastermind behind this whole incident.
Mr. Keith was really behind it all? No, wait. I don't believe it. I mean, we trusted him. It could have been a lie. That's just how heartbreaking.
Okay. What is it?
Hey, you! Stop! Where do you think you're going?
The boy was rather receptive. The good prosecutor has done a remarkable job. But now that I've heard that, I have no further reasons here.
Wait! Doji! Down, boy. The fuck?
Damn it! Where you finished to?
Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, however...
That guy,
John?
that Dojin guy, he's the one who killed my dad, right?
There's no question more difficult to answer. However, there's no use in denying the truth. Yes, John. You are correct.
He'll pay for this. I swear he's gonna pay! I'll make him pay, but...
John, you mustn't finish that thought. Prosecutor Edgeworth, please, there's no mind.
Sir, I'm putting out ABB on Doji. All available police units will be searching for him.
You are the man, kid. I don't mean to be heartless, but we need to hurry too. So, Mr. Prosecutor, where's the mastermind right now?
Agent Lang is right. Our top priority right now should be catching the mastermind. He said he will be practicing, most likely at the very big sex tent. But first, Agent Lang, I have a request.
Request? What is it?
Now that we've identified the kaiju, our next order of business is to capture it. The moment we arrive at the tent, I need you to locate that specific item possessed. And Detective, I ask that you perform a follow-up investigation on the kidnapping incident.
Roger that, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, I want to help out too.
In that case, you'll be in charge of calling for back. It's truly the mastermind. You may require assistance from certain someone. I met him so many times, but his facade always fooled me into sympathy. He may have got the better of me in the past, but this time I'll settle it once and for all. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a short break. And when I get back, because I am finishing this tonight. No two ways about it, I am going to finish this tonight. So, when I get back, I'm going to finish this. Because all that's left is the end. And there's not much left of the end. So stay tuned. The final part of this case is coming at you right after this. Safe. Drop it down for me. So, be right back.